Thanks for visiting our YouTube channel, Tropa. Nandito ako para ibigay ang latest PBA Games results, game schedule para mamaya, and updated PBA team standings with PBA Playoffs bracket preview as of today, January 22.
In the first game, the Blackwater bossing keeps their mission impossible alive, as they defeated the Phoenix Fuelmasters even without their import George King, with the final score of 100/92. Blackwater bossing import George King did not play in this game due to a sprained ankle injury, but their all-Filipino crew managed to pull it off and was led by best player of the game, the 38-year-old veteran point guard and team captain, JV Casio, who finished with 14 points and 5 assists. Here are the full game scores. Blackwater bossing, 100. Blackwater gets huge double double performances from their big men, led by Justin Chua, who scored 22 points along with 11 rebounds, while Christian David 20 points and 11 rebounds. Mike Ionayon added 11 points, and Jewel Ponferrada 10 points. Phoenix Fuelmasters 92. Import Donovan Smith led all scorers with 32 points, Jason Perkins added 19 points, RJ Hazul 12 points, and Kit Salado 7 points. Both teams technically still have a chance to advance to the quarterfinals, but they have to sweep their 2 remaining games and say a whole lot of prayers that other teams in contention for the 8th spot will no longer win a game. Mission impossible, right? In the main game, the NorthPort BATANG PIER gets a crucial victory and ended their 2-game losing streak as they defeated the San Miguel BEERMEN with the final score of 105/104. The win caps off an improbable sweep of the SMC teams, as NorthPort, who was rumored to be a farm team of SMC, has defeated all SMC teams, San Miguel Magnolia and Ginebra this conference. Arvin Tolentino was named best player of the game, finishing with 22 points, along with 8 rebounds and 4 assists, to lead NorthPort local crew, as they hold off a furious comeback by San Miguel, who was down by as much as 24 points in this game, and even took a 1-point lead in the 4th quarter. Here are the full game scores. NorthPort BATANG PIER, 105. Import Kadeem Jack led all scorers with 38 points and also saved the day for NorthPort after hitting a turnaround jump shot with 16 seconds left in the game to settle the final score. Will Navarro added 17 points, Joshua Munzin added 12 points, and Evan Nell and Alan Bulanati both scored 6 points each. San Miguel BEERMEN, 104. 8-time PBA Most Valuable Player Junimar Fajardo led the team with 24 points along with 15 rebounds. CJ Perez added 21 points, Don Trelano 16 points, Mo Taudua 14 points, and their new import Malik Pope had a very bad game and only scored 4 points. The wins solidify NorthPort's chances to get into the top 2 for the twice-to-beat advantage, while San Miguel's chances to get to the playoffs just gets harder as 5 teams are still in contention for that 8th and final quarter-final slot.
Tara, at samahan mo ko, tropa, at silipin naman natin ang updated PBA Commissioner's Cup team standings at preview ng PBA Playoffs bracket as of today, January 22.
Here is the updated PBA Commissioner's Cup team standings and playoffs bracket preview as of today, January 22nd. The Talk and Text TROPANG GIGA still holds the #1 spot and a great chance to get the twice-to-beat advantage in the quarterfinals, with 6 wins and just 2 defeats, and on a 6-game winning streak. At the 2nd and 3rd spots are the NorthPort BATANG PIER and the rising super team Converge Fiber X, who both have 8 victories against 3 losses. The Dark Horse Meralco Bolts and the PBA guest team Hong Kong Eastern are tied up at the 4th and 5th places, with an identical record of 7 wins and 3 defeats. The Rain or Shine ELASTO Painters are still holding on to the 6th spot, with 6 wins and 3 losses, and remains in contention for the top 2 seeds. At number 7 are the BRGY Ginebra Gin Kings, with 6 wins and 4 defeats, and in danger to be in a twice-to-win disadvantage going into the quarterfinals. The San Miguel BEERMEN, Magnolia Chicken Templados Hotshots, and NLEX Road Warriors are all holding on for dear life and tied up at the 8th to 10th places, and fighting for the 8th and final spot in the quarterfinals, with 4 victories against 6 defeats. Tied at number 11 and number 12 are the Blackwater Bossing and Phoenix Fuelmasters, with 3 victories and 8 defeats, and technically still have a chance to make it into the next round, but must sweep their last remaining games and say a lot of prayers for other teams to lose just to make it through. And at the very bottom of the PBA Commissioner's Cup team standings are the Terrafirma GIGA, who are still winless in 11 games and are already eliminated this conference. Now, let's take a look at what the playoffs bracket looks like as of today to see where your favorite teams are at the moment and to get a better view of this conference tournament format. Only 8 teams will advance to the next round, while the bottom 5 teams will be automatically eliminated this conference. As of today's standings, the Talk and Text TROPANG GIGA will take the number 1 seed and will be playing versus the number 8 San Miguel BEERMEN in the quarterfinals, where Talk and Text will be enjoying a twice-to-beat advantage. The second-seeded NorthPort BATANG PIER will likewise have a twice-to-beat advantage in the quarterfinals versus the number 7 BRGY Ginebra Jin Kings. The third-seed Converge Fiber X will play versus the 6th-seeded Rain or Shine ELASTO Painters in a best-of-3 quarterfinal series. And finally, the 4th-seeded Meralco Bolts will be playing a best-of-3 series as well versus the number 5 PBA guest team Hong Kong Eastern in the quarterfinals. Again, these playoffs bracket preview may still change as the elimination round games are not yet over, and we still have until January 31st to determine the official and final playoffs bracketing, and these are just their positions as of today based on the current PBA team standings. Show your support, guys, and let us know your which's favorite PBA team by leaving a message in the comment section. Let's all watch the PBA Live Today games, guys! Here are the PBA games scheduled for today, January 22nd, 2025. The PBA Commissioner's Cup elimination round continues today, as the PBA will remain at the Iñárritu Center in Antipolo City, as the league-leading Talk and Text TROPANG GIGA will look to solidify their hold of the top spot in the PBA standings, as they play versus probably the worst franchise in PBA history, the Terrafirma GIGA. Tip-off for the opening game between Talk and Text and Terrafirma will be at 5 in the afternoon. And in the main game, it's a crucial match between the great independent team Rain or Shine ELASTO Painters, who are still in contention for the top 2 seed, will be going up against the BRGY Ginebra Jin Kings, who are avoiding a quarter-finals disadvantage going into the playoffs. Tip-off for the Rain or Shine versus BRGY Ginebra game will be at 7:30 in the evening. Meanwhile, another PBA team will be in action today, and will play also in a crucial game in the East Asia Super League, as the Meralco Bolts will be hosting the visiting Ryukyu Golden Kings tonight at the Phil Sports Arena. The Meralco Bolts are still alive to get a Final 4 slot in Group B, with 2 wins and 2 defeats, while their opponent Ryukyu Golden Kings already secured a semifinal slot, with 4 wins and 1 loss standing. Tip-off for the Meralco Bolts versus the Ryukyu Golden Kings will be tonight at 8:10 in the evening.